Hello everybody, it's DRM here with DRM Gaming. Yes, that's right, I'm back after quite a while of not streaming. I don't know exactly what it's saying I'm streaming, but it was supposed to be switched over. I was going to do some Smite, but I got disconnected from the last one I played, and it wound up giving me a deserter debuff, so I switched over, going to play some Remnant of Ashes, and I had it in there for the Streamlabs thing, but it don't look like it updated. But, oh well, we're going to get into it anyway. Play some, have a little fun, and try to get back into the swing of things. Alright. Yep, just getting into trying out the Streamlabs OBS as well. So I'm going to test to see how this works. I used to use OBS a long time ago, but switched over to using Streamlabs now and get the little overlay and all that stuff, so hopefully that works for me. Been a little while since I've played this, so what I might do probably gonna get into do some survival mode. For anybody who's not played this game, it's actually a really fun game. It's pretty difficult. It's supposed to be pretty hard for most people, but I've gotten the hang of it, and it can be unforgiving at times, but I've really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend giving it a shot. The survival mode, what you do is you basically you go through and you're going through one of the maps, and as you're going through you're trying to pick up stuff and progress. It gets harder and harder. You start out with very limited resources, only 1,000 coins, so it's very limited. Supposedly if you beat the bosses each time, it will allow you to get more money when you start out the next time. I'll buy it. Alright, so go ahead, I'm going to buy a melee weapon. I recommend only buying a melee weapon because you can do quite a bit with your handgun. So 750. Get head armor. Feel like there's something I'm missing, but this will have to do for now. And let's go ahead and use this checkpoint and travel in. This, like I was saying, this game is really fun. It's by the people that did went blank just as I was about to say it. Dark Souls, and that's the one thing a lot of people have talked about with it. It's from the people that do Dark Souls. It's less difficult. It's not as unforgiving as Dark Souls is, but it can be pretty tough. All right, let me see. You see the top right of I get the mini map. I walk through here, clear all this stuff up, and as you go, you just try to progress, clear out the enemies, beat the bosses. Melee with this is not too bad. Benefit of the melee is you just left click instead of aiming. If you aim, you'll shoot the people. If you just left click, you'll use your melee. I haven't played this map before, so it will be a little bit newer for me. Let's see what we got here. But you got different modes. You got this survival mode, and then you've got the story mode. The story mode, you progress through the story, of course, going into different zones throughout the map, and unlocking new places. And at the end of each little zones, you get boss fights, and the bosses are very difficult compared to the rest of the game. They're very hard. I've gone and
that was rough.
I've had to play a certain boss multiple times to defeat it, so you definitely have to have patience when you play the bosses. Let's see. Get a little pistol going. Which, of course, shooting your weapons will alert the enemies. And each class, I'm right now, I'm kind of the melee class, a little more tankier. Not really melee, but more tanky. Each class has their different advantages. As you use certain weapons, you'll have, which it don't show it in this one. There's like an add-ons that you add to each weapon, and each class has a perk. Like with mine, basically, I build up to where I can take more damage, cause more damage, and different things like that. You'd see it a little more in the actual story mode, but right now doing survival is just, you pick that stuff up as you go. And survival is definitely a pretty fun mode. Like I said, you just progress, and once you complete one difficulty, you can just move up to the next one. And each time you go in, if you die and go back in, it's random for the maps that put you in. So I really enjoy the replay value of it, because you don't know which one you're going into. Like I said, when you come in, I usually just buy a melee weapon and a couple pieces of armor, especially when you're first starting out, because you can pick stuff up as you go, and the melee does a lot for you. Get some scrap. Alright, so now we got a hunting pistol. Doesn't show it. Alrighty.
Yeah. It's full.
Said I had it, but it's not there. Also, as you run through, make sure you do destroy a lot of the objects, because you can get items dropped to you, scrap, which is the currency. Gone this way. Let me go back up. Gonna get back in the swing and play this game in a couple of weeks or more. Probably a good 3-4 weeks. So if you see that mini map on the top right of my screen, that is where I'm trying to make my way to a boss. And there are multiple bosses, and like I said, it just gets harder and harder. As you see in that top left, the red bar is the difficulty of the enemies that you'll fight. The blue bar is your level within the run, and the credits right below that. So once it hits full red, the countdown timer goes all the way down. It goes to all enemies that are spawned will now be level 2 difficulty, and it kind of helps you to try to clear things as quick as you can, because it will keep going up, where I'm only level 1 right now. The actual difficulty of the characters themselves are going to get higher and higher. Destroy that. Chest. Alright, so I'm gonna open up my traits. This is what you get as you progress. You can pick up traits. And you can get traits in the main game as well. But as survivor mode, you pick them up as perks as you go. So you get better and better stuff. And also, I have picked up a coach gun. So now I should be able to... I didn't need to do that. That was my health thing, by the way. Switch over to the coach gun. Oh, hello there. Let's see how you're doing. The game's going really good. Just getting started. I was just about to say, testing out my sounds as well. I hadn't fiddled around with this. I usually keep my sounds pretty low in the game. So hopefully my voice is coming through okay. How's your evening going? You enjoying your time out with the girls?
Yeah.
And for those checking this out, Glitzy right there, that's my real life girlfriend, which is also a streamer here on Twitch. If you like The Sims, you definitely want to check out her stream when she streams. And yeah, it's definitely a place to go for The Sims, because this girl right here knows The Sims. Alright, so I'm gonna get my gun out for this flying thing. And this game can be very satisfying with the damage, which is a good thing. I like that. Oh yes, and that Q ability, that is your healing, and it is a rechargeable thing. As you run around, you can pick up new heals. But other than that, in the base game, I'm not sure. I haven't ran into any yet, or I can't remember if there's recharge things. But just like in Dark Souls, you recharge it. And as you progress, you can actually gain the ability to carry more. And that's definitely a helpful thing. Let's see, alright. Now we're coming up to another section of the map. The sections are kind of instance based, but it feels very open. I like that. There is a very linear path, like you kind of have to go a certain way to get places, but it's not a game that you don't feel like it. It doesn't feel closed up. It gives you a chance to feel like you're exploring. But a lot of the maps are the sections are fairly large. So let's keep moving in. There's one map that I play that's basically sand. It's a kind of an Egyptian-looking map, and I like it because there are a lot of clay structures, and the clay structures will give you a lot of items. Wood and clay, you can bust open and get stuff out of them, so they're great to run into. What's that shot? Which I am now level 2. We got another minute and 48 seconds left until the waves hit level 3. I don't really rush, even though I should go a little bit faster. But I do like to try to explore quite a bit and see what I can find. And for those interested, this is multiplayer games. You can play with your friends in co-op to do either survival or the actual story mode. So you can play with others you join in on their progression and play along with them. I got some people up here. Let's check this up here. And that's just my style when I play a lot of games. I do a lot of exploring. To me, I don't know, I just don't want to miss anything as I go. Alright. Alright, so now I've got a new trait. Trigger happy.
Yeah, get it.
Alright, now we're about to go to wave 3. See what trigger happy is. Current level, fire rate 2.5%. Ow. Just got shot in the booty. Okay, now we got a big guy. Let's go ahead and get got my pen. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, shit. Alright. Because I have forgot some of my commands. Okay, space. Dodges. What is a crouch?
Whoa. It's over.
Okay. Crouch to escape me. Let's get another one of these traits. Use my health right here. I'm just let that get the most of me. Because it comes up on you quick sometimes. I need some ammo. Now, as you go through, you can buy, if you see on the left hand bottom corner, you buy little consumables and you bring them into survival with you as well. They come from the main game, and even if you use them, they're not actually taken out. You will wind up getting them back. So I had 3 ammo boxes. I'll use them up through the survival, but they'll be back in my inventory if I play survival again or if I go back in the main game. Now, if you play the main game, you will lose what you have and have to pick up some more. Alright. I heard you. Let you have that.
Yeah.
It's all the way down. Let's see. Oh, okay. Burning there. If you start burning, roll around, put that fire out. There are other type things. You can start bleeding, and if you're bleeding, you want a bandage. Some of the I've not ran in this before. Some of the creatures will give you some kind of like rot, and there's actually potions that you use to get rid of that rot. And you want to get rid of it because it'll tick away at your health the longer you stay. Oh, that's not good. Let me see real quick. What was that next one? Survival weak spot damage bonus. I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any mods. That right there, the weapon mod, is what I was telling you about earlier. That you add it to your gun, and as you shoot, you charge up your mod ability. And the mod ability can do anything from giving your bullets the chance to set things on fire. You can have heal modifications that heal you or your party. So there's a lot of little mods that you can put on your weapons. Just going back. Alright. Already been, so let's move forward here. I'm only level 2, going up against level 3.
Oh shit!
Alright, caught up, level 3. What's up? Hello. I really need to conserve ammo, but right now I do have another 2 ammo boxes. Another nice thing about as you play, whether you're progressing through the story or you're playing survival, each zone, like this right here, is like a different zone in the game. You'll eventually make your way through the story and reach this area. But each different map area has different types of enemies. When you first start out, you'll play in a more of an urban environment, and a lot of the bad people are like humanoid. They use guns and stuff like that, and then you'll eventually make your way through to swamps and different areas like that. I've never completed it completely yet. I've made it quite a ways, but I've never completed the survival. But it don't bother me, especially if you're someone that just enjoys games. You don't rage when you die. It doesn't bother me to keep starting over. Especially this mode's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a good break from doing the campaign. It's pretty fun. Start out with nothing and kind of build yourself up. It feels to me the closest to like a survival games or even battle royales, because you just kind of work your way up and it gets more difficult. Okay. Oh, and wow. Alright, that was a little harder hitting. Alright, so I got 8,224 dealt damage. Highest damage 261. So as you see, you get a lot of stats here. It gives you a little look of what you've done, and then it sends you back to Labyrinth. The Labyrinth is that starting zone where you pick what you're going to get. Because I didn't make it through to a certain boss level and clear it, which this is my character. You can create multiple characters. This is my more of a tanky character. I like them because they're based on using a sledgehammer. You have one that's more mid-range, and then you have a ranged character that uses longer rifles. But now I will start over. I'm gonna probably play another round of survival, and then I'll maybe get into the campaign. But as I said, I enjoy the survival. It's a way to change it up a little bit. And everything changes up too when you start over. I do still start with the same 1,000 credits because I haven't cleared enough. I think once you clear a certain amount of bosses or something, you'll come back out with more money. But the vendors change, which is pretty cool. That assault rifle looks pretty nice. But always, like I said in the beginning, I stick to just getting a melee weapon. Which I'm going to stick with this. And then I can't remember. Let me see what's over here. I can't remember what. We got a tome. Nah, it gives you a random trait to start with. I don't know if I want to just get much was that random trait? 500. I only got 750. Do I go for more armor? Or do I get a random trait to start with? Yeah, let's do it. I'm just gonna get a helmet. Run over here and grab this random trait so I start out with something. Let's see what random trait I'm gonna start out with. World Walker. At the current level, my stamina cost is minus 2.5%. Alright, so I'm gonna use less stamina for sprinting and dodging. Good things like that. And I am down to 100 credit. So let's go ahead and get into the actual survival match. Let's see where we get this time. Hopefully if you come in and check me out, you enjoy the gameplay. I am going to start getting back into streaming. Looks like I've got the same map again, so much for randomness. But I am going to get back into streaming. I owe a lot of that to my girlfriend. She definitely gets me motivated to get back into streaming. And I want to get back doing it again, so if you do come in and you like watching someone who's kind of laid back, likes to play games to play them, doesn't rage too much, well, probably not at all, not loudmouth, feel free to follow me and you know, keep up with me. Definitely keep up for when I actually stream. All these different videos I do upload over to YouTube as well. I make sure to send them over there so people can check it out there as well later on. But yeah, all the videos are will be in my Twitch video section. And like I said, definitely would like to have more people to hang out with in the future as I start streaming again. Let me get more practice on my actual streaming because, as you see, I'm not a professional at it. I don't have a long gun yet. Man, could you imagine running through a place scary like this and all you have is a backpack on and your underwear? Okay, I'm on. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. I'm low on health, but I don't want to use my recharge yet. This might be a different zone within this map because this stuff is not looking very familiar. No, actually I see. Yeah, this might be a different zone. Oh, check that. Guys definitely hit a little faster, and I've got to get used to timing my dodges again. I've gotten really good about basically not letting them hit me. Yeah, there we go. I forgot about that. I used to sit there and always it's easy to
That was rough.
dodge in this game, and that's why I like it. I played Dark Souls, and it was I mean, people love that game, and they're good people at it. But, yeah, I struggled when I played the original one. Enjoyed it, but struggled. So I do like that this game's a little more forgiving. And you can dodge out of the way pretty well, as long as some people don't get the hang of that, and they're like, I gotta fight, swing and kill. But if you just take your time and back out a little bit here and there, alright, this is a big dude. It won't be too bad. Alright, this guy. Oh, alright. I thought it was gonna be a little worse than that. Got me a new trait. Let's see what we got here. Executioner. Critical hit chance. Plus 2.5%. Alright, that's cool. Like that. Did it again. See? Forgot. Always dodge out the first time. Swing. Come back again. Well, I didn't dodge like I thought I would, but I did something to parry away from him. Let's go up here, see what we got. Weapon don't have the range on it. A lot of damage, but not good range. But sometimes you swing a little too soon. Gunslinger charm. We got here increase rate of fire. All right, like that. Sure. Break some stuff up. That's all right. Let's run down here real quick. Always go for headshots, of course. Allows you to kill enemies a lot quicker, less bullets to spray at them. Now your sprint is a toggle. You run through stamina, but all you have to do is hit shift once. Once you hit the shift, you'll sprint until you either change directions or hit shift again, and your stamina in the bottom right will drain out. Don't it just look cool? You know, you look at it and you think, what is that going to do for a spear to the face? But hey, I do not question the developers. In these games, you know, hell, they dress women warriors in like metal bras and underwear, and that's supposed to protect their whole body. So who am I to question? All right, let's go to the next area of this map. But yeah, I'm enjoying the Streamlabs. I need to get a little more into it, check out what all options they have. I know before, just using OBS and just streaming and doing my own setup with the videos before I started streaming. I used to be able to do more stuff with descriptions. Now you can still pick tags with Streamlabs and the game you're playing and stuff like that. But I know you used to be able to do a lot more. I believe you used to be able to do more with descriptions, like if you went live through the actual website. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of that old YouTube. Alright, now I'm rolling with the hunting rifle. Hunting rifle, where before I had the coach gun, the hunting rifle gives you a lot more range, where the coach gun is more like a shotgun. Talisman. Alright, so this is 15% and 20% reload. Do I have... I thought I might have something else, but I guess... yeah, okay. Nothing else. I'll take this trait here. Let's see what we got. Nice headshots. Off there. I hear you. But yeah, for all those who do want to follow me and eventually check out my videos and stuff, I don't play any game particular over another. I'm just into most games. I play a wide variety of stuff, from sports games all the way up to simulations. I do like a lot of survival games. I used to play quite a bit of Arma. Hadn't in a while, but I have several hours in Arma 3 and play a lot of games in between. So on my channel you will definitely see a mix of things. There'll be days that I might play one game for several days in a row just because that's what I'm into at that moment, but I do like to vary it up some. Alright, level 3. Okay. Clear some of these out here. Yep, missed. Definitely like the range. Okay. Allow me to try to clear some of these guys out. I need some mods for my weapons. Can I not destroy that? I'm just missing. There it goes. Ooh, okay. Oh, there.
He's down.
Alright, some of these guys can be really difficult, but they're very weak. So they got that trade-off. Alright, so level 3 is what I am, and fighting level 3 wave. Survival triage, healing effectiveness 10%. Alright, that's good. So, say I use my little health potions and stuff, it should heal me a lot faster.
Who's next?
Ooh, hello there. Oh, big dude. Okay, so that is going to be every different area you fight in. Oh crap, out of ammo. But the different maps you fight on that have their types of NPCs that are for that map style, they all have little things that they do. You have some that have big heavy guns, some that use magic, and they'll rush at you and blow up. But this one seems to be a lot of electrical based creatures. I did get a new health recharge, so that's good. I'm picking up a lot of traits. That's one reason I think I should have went with just another piece of armor, because you pick up traits so quick. Survival recovery, stamina regen +5. Alright, that works. Do got more ammo. I could use. I'm gonna hold on a minute before I use my ammo box. Yeah, hi, how you doing? Reload you because I got some ammo.
He's down.
At least a downfall of using weapons is you do cause a lot of them to start aggroing on you. Like this. Walk into me.
He's down.
Back, because I missed you.
Whoa. It's over.
Whoa. Did miss an area, but I don't know if it's worth going back and going into it. Just keep moving. Swiftness. There we go with swiftness. Alright, level 2. Movement speed. New item, hero sword. Check my equipment. Nah. Alright, so yeah, I'm getting some new stuff here. Oh, that's how to change it. Alright, that's a rate of fire of 15%. Increases earned experience by 0.3% when slaying an enemy and will last until the wearer dies. Unequips the amulet or rests. Checkpoint stacks. Experience is good. Yeah, let's go with experience. Do I have any other? Okay, so that's still that. Shotgun. Ooh. A lot of damage. Slower shot. Yeah, let's go with the shotgun. See what I can get into with this shotgun. It's a better amount of shots. I have used some that were just 2 rounds per reload, and when you get into a jam, it's not nice to have just 2 shots. Alright, so it's gonna go up to level 4 before I enter the next section. Alright, so now I've got level 4 waves of enemies coming at me. It still does bug me that the screen, when I'm checking on my phone, I don't have 2 monitors, so I'm over here on my phone. And when I click it, it's got me playing Smite. And I'm not playing Smite. And it kind of bugs me. Oh well. People will come in. If they come in, they'll see. It's not Smite.
Yeah.
What's around here? There's just shotguns. Okay, that smoke right there means there's a boss fight. I have not fought any boss on this map, so it's a lot about learning what they do. I believe I've seen Dark Souls is a lot like that too. You choreograph, you learn their moves, and then you can get somewhere with it. So, but downfall about this boss fight is I don't get that benefit of continuously returning through that smoke like if you're playing the campaign and you'll pop back up at a campfire. So I've got one shot. Let's see if I can beat this big dude. And he will have mobs. Okay, he will come. Alright. Well. And there you have it. That's where I said the mob fights in this game are not hard. But the boss fights, they will stress you out. And that one, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done any different because he teleported into me and I was in a corner. So I really couldn't have, I don't know. Maybe I could have got out of there better, but I was kind of stuck. Yeah, well, I guess what I'll do... I kind of want to play one more round. Because I want to see if I can get another map. So that's what I'll do. Another survival. That's a pretty cool looking weapon. Do another round of Survivor. I'm not going to start out with a trait. I'm going to go with armor. Alright, now we're going to be using... This is the armor that my character wears in the main campaign. Because it is built for the more tank guy. As you go, you can get the armors and wear the other classes' armors and stuff like that. But you do start out with certain ones. Alright, let me go through the Survivor again. I don't know, I might just stick out with the Survivor matches and then play the campaign another day, because I do have fun with this, and that's the name of the game. Have fun. It's not actually the name of the game. The name of the game's Remnant. Alright, let's see what we got here. Got some armor. Alright, now we are in the desert. So it's changed up from that creepy ruins type area, and now we've entered the desert. Some of these are DLCs when you buy the game, but if you got the money put down on it, I definitely recommend it. It's a great game. I did take a little break from it, but it's not because of just not wanting to play it or not having fun playing it, but just I play so many games that sometimes I lose track and forget to come back to a certain game. But yeah, this is one of the desert maps. I believe... I'm not going to say it's a DLC. I can't remember if it is or not. I went ahead and bought the whole game just outright. Oh yeah, this one's got dogs. But this is the one I said was nice because it's, you know, it's like that kind of Egyptian area, so it's a lot of pottery and wood, which gives you a lot of breakables. Yeah, big dude. A lot of breakables to click it and alright, couldn't get that guy. He's gonna hit me regardless. Now scrap, I can't remember, I think you do carry scrap with you over. I know the money doesn't... Wow. I know the money doesn't transfer over if you die. You just start survivor mode every time with 1,000, unless you progress through it pretty far. But I'll check once I go back into my regular campaign. See if scrap actually... materials. Right, it's not even where to see my scrap anymore. Oh well, I'll probably see at the end. But then you take scrap and you go and you buy stuff in the campaign with it. You upgrade, you upgrade your weapons and armor, build stuff with it, just like in most games, where you collect that scrap and you can improve your armor. Okay, so we got a magic dude, and we got a doggy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, and I forgot about that. One thing I do enjoy is that there is friendly fire with the NPCs. So if you find yourself getting in a bind, just kite somebody over into someone else's view, and they'll kill them for you. Dog. See, and that's what I like. The mobs in this game are not hard at all. Just dodge and swing. And I was thinking, the first time I played it, I was like, man, I've played Dark Souls, and it was very hard, and I'm like, you know, they were saying this is very Dark Soul-ish. So I'm like, well, this is not too bad. I'm doing this. And the first time I went through the smoke on one of those boss fights, I mean, it was every bit of 20 times that I had to go back and forth. And it got frustrating, but I just kept pushing through it. And that was the very first one. And to tell you the truth, I found the very first boss to be harder than the next few that I fought. Okay, that was not. I think you can. Not what I meant. I always do that. I need to check my keys because if I'm not mistaken, change like your perspective, make you look like you're left-handed or right-handed. Some people like that. I like coming over the right shoulder.
That thing, right there.
And pushing in the middle mouse pings for anybody who's interested. Like I said, you can play co-op. I'm wasting a lot of ammo this go around. I mean, pistol ammo is not too bad, and that's why I recommend just get a melee weapon and start out with your pistol. Because the pistol ammo, you find it all over the place. It's not a hard drop to get. But I do get, a lot of times I don't like wasting any bullets. Alright, so they're about, the wave's about to move up. Yep, wave is now level 2. I'm still level 1, but I'm close. Not too far off. So as you see, the mobs are different in this map, and that's one thing that's nice about the different zones you go into, is you will find different enemies that you fight. And that is why it helps to remember how to switch your point of view. so you can look around the corners a lot better. Hey, you wanna hit me? Well, guess what? I'm gonna hit you. It's nice destroying stuff. Hey. Hey. Ow. That's not nice. I heard him coming. Get back up. Come on. Swing at me. Sometimes they can get you though. You think you're doing good by blocking, and when you go to swing, some of their timings will outdo you. Alright, I need to keep moving. Get too distracted by loot. This is one I want. Stuff. Let's see what we got here. Okay, where's the doggy? More damage, so I'll switch the revolver. Got a nice little thud to it there. Oh, that's an explosion weapon. Yeah, this revolver definitely has some kick to it. I like that. Oh man, I dodged it with you. I do not like having to use it this soon. Last recharge, but I don't like being that low of health because you can get jumped really quick and one smack to the face and you'll be dead. Oh, finally got a new trait. Survival suit. Oh, scrap hammer. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, much better. And with the character, the class I am, this is what you start out with. You start out with the hammer. So like I said, you're more of a tank. What did you say to me? I don't like that. Ooh, oh man. Alright, I'm bleeding, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my bandage to get rid of that.
Bag's full. That was rough.
Oh, my bag's full. I do have 2 health things, so I'm gonna go ahead and use one and get a little health back. I wish I'd pick up some kind of ranged weapon. It will do me a lot of good at a boss fight. This revolver is actually really impressive. Oh, hello, how you doing? If I could get somewhere where I could check, I'm thinking that this revolver does some kind of effect. If you notice, yep, this is where it gets tough. But if you notice, sometimes when I shoot, they'll get like smoke in their face. I don't know if it's somebody that might be, maybe they're about to cast something or throw something at me and I'm blowing it up in their face. There's reason 6. Yeah, it doesn't say anything special. So I must be, I got radiation. Nothing for it, but I must have some. I'm shooting something as they're getting ready to throw it. That's what I must be doing. Okay, I need that, so I got a glowing fragment, which is used to do nice things.
Bag's full.
Traits definitely aren't coming as fast as they were before. Of course, once I say I'm not gonna pick up any traits. Yeah, that's right, I heard you. I'm gonna shoot this guy in the back of the head. Oh, yep, yeah, that's what it was. He was getting ready to throw something. Popped him in the face. That was a miss.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. I see what it is now. I'm blowing off their helmet. They've got a skull helmet, so when I shoot it, it goes in the dust. That's a cool, effect. I like little things like that. That little extra little, like the background stuff, or just little features like that are really cool. Because I mean, they don't all have to. All games don't do that. Alrighty, I'll take this chest. Hunting pistol. Yeah, I'll switch to the hunting pistol. More shots per round, or more shots per load. No, actually, it's only a one shot and then reload. But I'm gonna have further range with it. Okay, just the only way to find out. Actually use it. Alright, where do I need to go next? Alright, I think I'm heading the right way, just keep going down. Let's see what we got here. Alright, okay. That pistol is worth it. Alright, coming up on the next zone. Let's see what we got here. Remnant from the ashes. that's gonna. Now we're in a metal area, so it's gonna be a lot less breakables. Yeah. Yeah, no range yet. Yep, so this hunting rifle here is actually pretty good. There are a lot of floating skulls in this one.
Yeah, get it.
Okay, he moved at the last second. Like I said before, you know, the zones are very linear. I mean, they, like in the campaign, they funnel you through, but the maps themselves in each area do allow for enough exploration that it doesn't feel like it's guiding you through. It makes it feel like it's a pretty open world. As quick as I wanted to. Oh, reload.
That's it.
And I'm out of ammo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stop.
But yeah, it's all about patience. Just block. And when you block, not much will hit you. Alright, now this. I'm gonna use my ammo box. Need to get rid of these dudes. Yeah, wall. Ah! Where is that dude shooting? He's charging up somewhere. I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, there you go. Alright, so I got some radiation here, which is not a good thing. Alright, give me that tray. So still no range. Not picked up any mods yet. I kind of love when your crosshairs are pointing at something, but the bullet don't. Oh yeah, but he didn't have no problem, did he? He's like, I'll shoot you through the tiniest holes. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I have nothing for health.
Damn.
Oh, but I don't want you. I don't want you. Alright, well, I knew that was... Whew, I knew it was going to come down to that. I did not have a good enough weapon to go after one of those Gatling guys. Alright, so I got scrap. Obtained 2,053. 14,551 damage dealt. I'm back to 1,000 now. Alrighty, let's go ahead and travel back to the main game here. survival mode. Going back to the regular campaign, I don't remember exactly where I was at. I've moved through a good little ways. I'm still like on the first chapter, I believe is what it is. And you see it's my armor here. I am a scrapper, which a scrapper is basically, like I said, the tank. You're gonna run around here. You got different NPCs that you interact with. Mostly style games. You're gonna come back here, and there's gonna be two types of vendors. That woman right there, who's never happy.
Yeah.
She's always in a bad mood. You can buy items, the hunter's mark. You can craft. I don't have nothing to craft.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I know you got work to do. Come on, chat. This guy,
Anything you need?
he's nicer.
Let's see what I've got.
Anything you need. I got quite a bit of credits, but I've bought most of the stuff I can buy. This is for upgrading. I've upgraded my weapons quite a bit. I've upgraded the armor I'm wearing. Bomber is, of course, a different type of character, and then you get adventurer armor that comes to your class whenever you get them. You move. I don't know if right away or as you play you eventually get them, but the adventurer armor, it has buffs in it when you wear all the pieces that as you go around and you destroy the breakables, you gain more off of the breakables. So as you break it, it drops more loot. So if you're just going to go out and farm, because you can repeat and go back to the same areas over and over again. If you're going to just go in and farm somewhere, you put on that adventure armor, upgrade it, and go in and just break breakables and gain more materials out of it. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. I do like that overall.
So long.
But now that we are in this mode, I will show you a little more of what I was talking about, the mods, as you see with this repeater pistol and even my shotgun. They both have a mod. As I'm using the actual pistol, I'm shooting it and using it, it builds up the ability, and then you activate it. Like say with this pistol, it's the hot shot mod. The ammunition deals fire damage, which is increased by 15%. Shots have a 30% chance to apply burning. So that's a really nice one to have. And I did put mods on both weapons so I could build it up and use either or. I use my shotgun more often. It's got the Mender's Aura, which creates a 2.3 meter healing pool that regenerates 10 health per second in lasts 13 seconds. So I do enjoy that one. And like I said, as you use it, it builds up. When you actually use the weapon. You can't use your melee, you gotta actually use the weapon itself, of course. Alright, let's get back in here and we're gonna...
moving.
Yeah, I'm moving. I move through the campaign a little bit. I'm gonna be playing a little bit longer here. Probably round it off at close to 7 my time. Sounds like a good stopping point, but I got a few minutes here to run through the campaign. Alright, so I'm gonna travel. As you go through, like I go to Earth and I can go to each of these places I've been. But as you travel, just like in Dark Souls and everything, you come up to little campfires, and those are your checkpoints. You recharge your healing there, and that's also your last checkpoint. So you can bounce back and forth, and all you gotta do, because it saves it, is just come up, return your last checkpoint, and it'll take you back to where you're at as you're traveling through the map. So I need to see. Also, those vendors back there was where you buy your consumables. But as you see, I used all of my ammo recharges when I was in the survivor mode, but that doesn't count. Comes back to you. Now, if I use them here, then I will be stuck. What I need to do, where's the controls? I'm gonna find out. Crouch, left alt. Okay, that's why I didn't find it. I wouldn't have thought left alt. Switch weapon, alt fire modes, F, which I believe that's using your mod. Shift camera. I don't. See, now this is what I was talking about. You can change the shoulder. You can't do it when you're in the back view, but when you go into aim mode, you can change the shoulder at which you shoot over. I like the right one, and I would have not thought to do this right here. For left alt is your crouching, which does help because you can get behind things, but also you can do stealth. You can come up out of it to shoot people. X switches weapons. I'm using a shotgun, I believe. Yep, shotgun, so I need to be a little bit closer. But you get a pretty big area if you see my sight. Then I can kind of be free to just shoot pretty quickly. Right, well, I am at a boss. And I do not remember what this boss was. So...
You're about to die, stranger!
Alright, I want to get rid of the mobs as quick as possible. I think they do keep coming back. Oh, okay. It's been nice to know I had to reload. That is the downfall. Okay, so that's crap, that's the boss. That's on me. I didn't realize it was the boss. Oh, shot me in my face. Yeah, I'm gonna run with you. So let's get some health while I can. I'm almost ducked a little too soon. I like though how they can pretty much shoot you anywhere. Oh, damn it. Oh, hello, how you doing there? I didn't mean to run up to you. So yeah, dodging will be your friend. Okay, I'm almost out of ammo. Switch. Let's go ahead and use pistol actually doing me pretty well in this situation. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use my fire rounds. Put him on fire a little bit there. Shotgun. snap.
Whoa.
Okay, I guess.
Over.
Yeah, alrighty. That's right, babe. Shoot him in the face. Alright, so I got that boss cleared. And I will get over to this exit. Get up out of here. Oh, actually, let me grab some of this stuff. I hope I'm not missing a chest. That would kind of suck. I feel like there might have been something back there. I can't remember now if the boss says drop a chest. Oh well. Alright, so I cleared that boss, and I have now moved up to the next zone. That's basically how the campaigns work. Eventually, you do need to head back to the safe zone. Once you head back to the safe zone, you can go there and resupply. Because now I'm down to 2 ammo boxes. You go back, you resupply, and you usually you can get more missions. They'll send you out to the next place, stuff like that. You can see on the map now, the skull is a boss. That the other little icon that I am now pointing at on the mini map, that's one of the save points. Sometimes it takes a moment to get to it because I can't just climb up over this terrain. You have to follow around till you get to it, which is not this way, I guess. Alright, so most likely at some point I probably came up to this door from the other side and couldn't get in it. And now I can. Alright, so I got a checkpoint here. And as you see, once I use it, everything will recharge. Now, you start out with three of those health orbs, and I've upgraded now to the 4th one. So I'm gonna do, and it recharged it, so I'm good to go on health. Heal now. Let me go up here and check, see what's down here first. Okay. That is a big dude. Holy. That's the only thing is that shotgun, you definitely don't have the range, so that's when it is nice to be that mid-range character. So it allows you to get up, get a little closer without being so close that you get smacked around. But I did play. I've tried each of the classes, and so far this one is my favorite, the Scrapper, just because you can take a little more damage because you start out with better armor, and they're a little beefier. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to this checkpoint, because that is about to be the end of this first stream back. Hopefully people check it out and enjoy it. You said you'll be able to find it here on my Twitch channel, and I usually transfer over to my YouTube channel just so it can kind of spread out and get a little more noticed. Which over there on YouTube, it's DRM Gaming 1 over there on YouTube, so you'll be able to see this video there. But other than that, you can check it out here on Twitch, of course. It'll be in my video archives. Let's go ahead and travel back to Ward 13. Let's see. I don't know if I don't really remember how to get to my missions, to tell you the truth. Alright. Well, that will do it for today's stream. Like I said, I want to thank you for coming and watching. My girlfriend Glitzy in here showing her support. I definitely appreciate that. Like I said early on, check her out. She also is a streamer here on Twitch. If you like The Sims, she is the go-to person for it. She's fun to watch. So I definitely do want to plug her there. Tell everybody to check her out too. But make sure you follow me if you like watching my gameplay. I'm going to start streaming a little bit more and get back into this. So I do appreciate it. And hopefully I didn't do too rough for my first time back. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.